you're done. You're out of the game.
I would go back to prison before doing this again.
I would go to prison with you before doing this again.
Hey guys, today we're talking episode 3 of The Snake.
That's right.
That's right.
So it's double snake, double elimination.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, I like this challenge.
Oh, yeah.
This was a good
Some people
challenge.
did not
was
like
good.
this challenge.
Yeah.
But first, this has turned into a love show. Cody and Christine are making out.
Kissy, you know, people are talking about it. I was like, man.
Who saw that coming?
Yeah. I don't know,
Cody,
man.
I mean, Cody probably did. But
Cody willed that to come.
yeah.
Yeah, he did.
He saw that crate open. He's like,
Yeah,
"What's happening?"
I'm still, I don't see it. I'm like, what the hell is she like? I don't know, man.
Well, Kethryn is still working. Kethryn, whatever her name is still working with Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Temporarily.
Making some promises. He's going to give
Bryan,
her away.
If my dad dies, you're going to wipe me down the aisle.
Yeah. Yeah. She's,
You're
she's
gonna
loyal.
You're going to come see me and my cats and... You know,
Does she have a cat? Is
Yeah,
that
probably.
Is that a strategy?
Maybe.
I don't even know if
Yeah.
she has a cat.
Maybe
They're
not.
gonna go see a Broadway show.
Yeah, that's
Who
right.
knows with her?
Yeah.
We don't see a whole lot from her this week, though.
No, like after that very beginning, yeah, you're right. You didn't see her at all, really.
And then Jacob is talking to Alyssa, and he's saying, "Hey, I had your back when the ex-cop was throwing you under the bus."
Mm-hmm.
I liked that moment.
I just because at first you're wondering, is he lying? But then they showed the flashback. It's like, oh, damn, all right.
It just seemed kind of odd to me, though, to bring that up.
What?
And if there was nobody there,
Especially with her not there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it made sense in that conversation. He's just trying to say, like, you know, because he was asking what turned everybody against it. He's like, I know people don't trust me or people are starting to not like me.
Yep. And Frankie kind of had his back.
Yeah, he did.
So, and I guess he impressed
Well,
Frankie.
Frankie's like, look, you know, I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel about you, and that's that. So he's like, all right, appreciate that.
Now we get to the competition, the double-headed snake.
Yeah, here we go, man.
And this was pretty intense.
This is good, man. Yeah. I mean, you got them damn cockroaches climbing all over their mouths and like eyeballs and shit almost. Because she's like, oh, it's in my eye, you know.
What did you think about how they got paired up here?
That was cool. I like how they did it. It was just random, you know. Like, hey, you drew some names and boom.
Yeah, I kind of wish someone would have chose, like, someone's name would have came up and they got to pick a partner, though.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, Cody's a bitch.
Jeez.
Holy crap. That guy bitched out on the last challenge, on the food challenge. He completely bitched out on this challenge. Just like that, he don't need to be in the house anyway.
This guy's a cowboy bullfighter.
Exactly.
He couldn't handle some
couldn't handle damn cockroaches. It's like,
what
come
I
on,
thought
man.
was funny was who he was paired up with, the lawyer. What's her name? She was the most calm, cool, and collected. Man, those things could have been.
Amanda was hard.
Amanda was smoking it.
Chillest person of everybody, and there were some chill people, but she was literally the chillest person, and he was like the first person to jump out.
I mean, she was ready to rock and roll. Yeah,
now,
she totally did.
This is a tough competition. You know, these cockroaches are in their head area. Yeah, and that's where they're hanging out.
And your hands can't go up.
Yeah, and you can't brush them off or nothing.
Well, here's funny too. You notice the people that were freaking out, it was like freaking the cockroaches out too, and they're crawling around more.
Yeah.
So it's like just calm the hell down, and then the cockroaches probably calm down.
Yeah,
you know?
well, and some of I can't remember who it was freaking out, and I'm like,
Christine.
I'm like, girl, they're not even on your face. They're hanging out in the corner.
And it's like Christine and Cody totally blowing with each other at this point. She was bitching out too at it. I was like, man.
She was frothing out the mouth.
Yeah,
she was spitting and everything.
There was like one right here.
And I'm like, cockroaches giving her rabies or something.
Girl, you need to calm down.
Yeah.
Like,
and she was sweating like her. I give it to her, though, because she toughed it out.
She did. Yeah, she did.
So, I mean, she was in duress, and she toughed it out.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. And I liked her partner. He's like, look, do you want to quit? Was it, what's his name?
Brett. I think it was her partner.
Yeah. He's like, do you want to quit?
I think Brett was kind of secretly hoping to quit. But he's like, okay.
He's like, if you want to stop, we'll stop. Or he's like, let's keep going. Then she's like, there was like that long pause. And she's like, let's go.
Yeah. Do you want to keep going or do you want to get out?
Keep going.
Yeah, I don't know how she powered through that, but good on her.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, yeah, you see who people are made out of in this competition.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
Oh, I would have slithered right on out. I don't know that I would have even gotten in the box. To be
and this is a competition too that was so good because you have to like pay attention and not be distracted because one person's trying to build the puzzle or whatever, and one person's trying to tell them where things go.
Well, I was watching the whole thing, and I didn't pay attention to the puzzle at all. I got to tell you, I was watching these bugs, where they were going, whose nose they were about to crawl up, what ear they were about to go
crazy,
in.
Man,
Like,
I mean, they all had cotton in their ears, to keep them going in the ears, but still. Man, I was like,
and some people were like giving updates on the bugs more than like telling people where the tiles go.
It's in my mouth. It's going in my mouth.
Like, okay, but where am I supposed to put the tile? So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. It was good.
Yeah, that was a really good challenge. Man. I ain't seen a challenge that good in a show in a while, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then who's it come down to winning this thing? The unknowns, kind of the people who were in trouble last week.
Yeah.
Yep. But then it comes down to your typical toppers. Freaking what's that kid's name, man? The kid that won last time. He was
Jack?
Jack and his partner right there with him. Just about to win, but they barely lost. So,
but Jacob and Mac win this thing,
and they needed to.
Yeah, especially Pastor Jacob.
Oh yeah, he needed it bad.
Yeah. So I was glad that they won.
Yeah, me too. Good on them for doing it. And I tell you what, those two were all business in there pretty much. Like Jacob wasn't bothered by it at all.
No, I mean Jacob did great in it.
And he had like one just hanging out in his burrowing in his ear or something like that.
Because I'm just gonna live here now.
Yeah, I was like,
Yep.
So yeah, and now those two have all the power.
Yeah, except Jacob was super naive with it and just let them walk all over him. So
yeah, he tries to make a deal with the enemy, and he doesn't even bother to consult like Derek and people that would probably properly advise him.
Yeah, they were actually his right teammates. Yeah, exactly.
Well, he goes. Well, he works with Jack because I guess he's an ally with Mac. And but he tells Jack, he's like, ideally, I want to get rid of you, like obviously you, but I can't get rid of you. So like one of you.
So
well, that's the problem. He brings Jack in, and he's like essentially like, you guys are too strong. Get rid of one of you. Yeah. So he like needs his help to get rid of his own people.
Buddy, yeah. And Jack's like, this guy's telling me his plan. Like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, he's a trustworthy guy. Like he wants to believe there's good in everybody, and I don't know. He
was super naive, and it came back to bite him in the butt, as we'll see. And like you said, Josh. I mean, he had his set teams, so he should have consulted with them, with Amanda, with Derek, and got their opinions on it before he just started doing what he did.
Yeah, and of course Jack goes along with it, and the odd person out here is Brett.
Yes.
Like Brett is expected to be in the bottom 4, and the plan is to at least send him home. I don't even know who the other person is that they're gunning for.
I don't think they really even care.
No, they
so,
care.
As long as Brett goes.
I'm kind of surprised too that Jacob did not run through Sarah's. Like if someone said, okay, but what if Dante doesn't do that? Then what?
Exactly.
And then like play it out and be like, yeah, that would be a problem. In that case, we go with this person.
Yep.
Yeah, and when he went to Derek and he finally told the plan to Derek, and Derek's like, yeah, I don't know if I trust those guys to go with this plan. He's like, you told them the plan? Like, I don't know if I would trust them to do that. He's like, I think we can.
Derek completely called it, man.
Derek should have done that. Derek should have, well, what if it doesn't play out that way? Then what's your backup plan here?
That's true. He totally should have.
Yeah, you always want a plan B.
Yeah.
But and then so Jacob is set on forming a new like 6-person alliance. I don't even know if Derek is part of that alliance. I couldn't even figure out who the team was. Okay, well good, because I'd be like, you telling Derek the plan? He's not even part of the plan.
Yeah, Derek was part of that 6-party.
But alliance. I don't understand why he didn't like have Amanda, Derek, and
all in on that conversation.
And one thing kind of odd too is we don't see like Derek make up with the cheerleader since he kind of like. Bamboozled her last week.
Yeah, because we figured he probably would go to her after and explain to her, look, the reason I did this is because X, Y, and Z, and I knew he was going to pick you. But it never showed us if he did that or not. So
and it did show her crying and being upset about it. So like,
and early on when those two were discussing who they wanted to get rid of, she said she wanted to get rid of Derek, right?
Yeah.
She told that to Jacob, like, I want to get rid of Derek.
So we have the saving ceremony, and I was a little unsure on the details. Like, I'm like, is it the bottom 4? Because that's a lot of people. And I was like, is there a twist coming? There's no twist. The bottom 4.
Yeah, and then
these two get to figure it out.
Yeah.
So what do you think about how this played out?
Well, Bryan was like, Kethryn backstabbed me because she didn't choose me, and it's like kind of she did, but then kind of it's like, well, bro, she's been saving you every week.
Yeah.
So
she has literally practically saved him.
And I like what she said. She's like, he's got at some point in time he's got to save himself. She's like, I can't save him every week.
Yeah,
you can't just count on me to be the person to save you, and that's true. Like,
totally.
Otherwise, like, it's like, okay, well, those two are things, so let's get rid of one of them, and you got to have somebody else to count on.
So it comes down to Devonte. He's supposed to choose Derek, but he doesn't.
I'm going to mix things up here. It's going to be the biggest crazy pick in the whole game, and everybody's like, yeah, okay. And then everybody's like, we knew who you were going to pick, dude.
Yeah, he chooses Brett, so a line has been drawn in the sand.
Like, the only one who was stupid who didn't think it, who didn't realize it from the get-go was Jacob. You know, and
I did like Jacob's response, though, when the host said, what do you think about that? Because, like, basically in the middle of the ceremony, he's like, I know that's not what your plan was. So how do you feel about what just happened there? And he's like,
well, it's a game.
I will adapt.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was a good answer. He's like, look, people are going to be sneaky and freaking lying stuff because of the game. So,
It'll be interesting to see if he adjusts going forward.
Yeah.
Or
if
he's going to have to, man.
He's going to have to learn he cannot trust everybody.
He cannot be that naive for the rest of this game, or he's not going to last much longer.
Yeah, so the bottom four are Bryan, Derek, and the couple, Christine and Cody.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And it's up to Mac to choose which one to bring him off.
Yeah. Girl power, man.
Girl power.
That's right.
Chooses Christine.
Yeah, I wasn't sure who she was going to pick. But when she chose Christine, the reason she said, like, all right, it makes sense. But then, I mean, as soon as he got to freaking Pastor, I knew damn well he was going to choose Derek. So at that point, he just knew
that was smart.
Oh,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no doubt.
If he didn't choose Derek,
that would mean
his game was over at that point.
Exactly.
That was his only option.
Oh,
yeah. He needs to go to Derek after this and be like, my bad, man. It won't happen anymore. We got to win this next competition.
I'm coming to you with every idea.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and you could see the boy's like face. He's like, all right, it's war now. Obviously, game on.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, you drew the line in the sand at that point.
Oh, no doubt. Fashions are set now.
Yeah.
And I love Kethryn in this moment because she's still reading off her little rules. And she's like, act impacted by everyone who leaves.
Even if you don't care.
Strategy number 12. Act impacted by everyone's exit, even if you do not care.
Dude, she's tearing up. I was like, this chick is just cold-blooded and heartless, man, but I love watching it.
Yeah, she's hilarious with her rule book. So.
She is.
So, man, I thought this was a great competition. I mean, the show keeps upping it. I don't know what they're going to do next, but I'm looking forward to it. It looks like another food one.
Some kind of big dinner, yeah. But we'll see what they end up having to eat there. But yeah, no, I was digging this episode, man, and it was just
entertaining.
It
sure.
was big time,
yeah.
and I think way more so far than the first two episodes.
Yeah, and Christine, she was kind of cracking me up with her screams in that thing.
Oh, dude, she was going crazy, man. And like I said, when Cody bitched out the way he did, I was like, bro, I was like, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean,
like I was happy to see Cody go. I really was. So I just after that, I was like, dude, you've done nothing this whole game. You can't eat nothing. You freaking can't handle a couple bugs on your face. It's like, I'm glad you're gone.
He likes the bulls.
Well, I will say again, like smart to I guess get out of there earlier than try and tough it out for a while and then get out of there. Yeah. And some people had it easier. Now the roaches were kind of like in a corner, and some were just all over.
Yeah, like
I think they were reacting to them.
It might be.
Yeah, exactly. Because like Brett was chill, and his roaches were like all just chilling off in the corner there.
And it looked like they started with daylight, and then it got dark. And I don't know if the lights did anything or made them more rambunctious. I don't know.
Yeah,
well, at some point in time, when Christine was like foaming at the mouth and screaming and stuff, I'm like, I think the roaches are more afraid of her than she is afraid of them at some point in time. Because there was literally only like one on her face at the time, and they were all kind of scattered off to the corner. I was like, you can calm
But
down.
there was a little one that got in. It was like running all over someone's face. It was like
So rather the big giant one than the little one.
They were just hanging out. The little one was like running all over the place and could get in between the goggles and stuff.
And go up the nose, It was like,
Stop.
Someone even said like, one's in my goggles. And I don't know what the rules are if they come. I don't know if they come and clean it out or they're like, hey, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about your luck on that one.
All right, guys. Well, that is episode 3 down. I think that was definitely the best episode so far this season. Right?
Yeah.
So hopefully there's going to be some more even better than this. Hey, Pastor Jacob, we saw you hit us up on chat. Thank you very much. We look forward to see how things turn out for you. Everybody else, please chat with us. Ask Jacob a question. He's on there. Hit him up. And as always, guys, hit that like, subscribe, and we will check you at our next review.